arms from before?
No, these are armed.
Okay, so they actually
And
have arms now. Cool.
yeah, and you're reminding me of something very important. Give me a further description. I just have to switch to the correct page so that I don't mess up the English words. So yeah. Okay, you see old pattern laser rifles and newly formed wide aperture beam cannons, and these subalterns have decorated their armature with crude paint and scavenged clothing. You get an impression they try to appear more human.
Very interesting. Okay. So once the turn order is set up, who should begin? I could just go ahead and take the lead on this. If that's okay.
I ask your fellow players.
Yeah, I mean, that was the question of them I'm waiting to hear.
I
No one
mean,
seems to object.
I got nothing to do, really.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and take my turn first. I'll step up 4 spaces. And I'm going to go ahead and take 2 actions. One of them is going to go ahead and be the Sharinga missiles. I'm going to spend 1 heat so that I am a little bit higher in the air before I do this, so that I have 1 extra accuracy. Following that, we will add 1 accuracy for that, and they are arcing weapons. I will go ahead and fire at a missile at this group right directly in front of me.
Okay.
That is a 10 to hit.
That should hit. That
Okay.
hits. Sorry.
I guess I should specify I'm going to make a second attack roll against this. I forgot it does that. The second one is also a hit. It's critical, but it does only 3 explosive. It does not roll anything.
Then. Okay, that was your first action, I guess.
Yep, and my second action is also going to be brand new. I'm going to go ahead and fire javelin rockets. I'll choose 3 spaces, and if they move across them or start a turn in them, they will deal 3 kinetic damage. So I'm gonna place this token here, and let's go ahead and do 1.
Oh, these rockets you just said, do they have blast or something?
No, they don't. The one I fired as my main weapon specifies only exactly 2 targets.
Yeah.
1 or 2. Whereas
Okay, I
these
see it.
missiles are simply whoever crosses them, so they are just incidental. I think I can go ahead and sort of spread them out like this. I think they're up to 4 wide. So if I do this, I don't think any of them can walk straight through them. And then I will take 2 steps back, end my turn on the ground, and that is that. Oh, I will also go ahead and give Cobra a leadership die. And I will say, go ahead and take the lead. So, Cobra, so that you know, you can now use your leadership die to absorb 1d6 damage or do 1d6 more damage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. On top of the previous of adding it as an accuracy die.
I mean,
So
you don't mean instead of. You can use
right,
it.
instead of, you get a choice of these things.
Yeah.
So that's my turn.
Then. Damn. Sorry. Okay.
Right before combat starts, I'm looking for the threat ranges on my weapons and ComCom, and I'm not seeing it. I just see the regular range. Would I have to go look in the book for this?
Oh, not every weapon has a threat range.
Oh, okay.
Some.
I was figuring that might be the case, but thank you for telling me.
Yeah, some weapons just have basically how's it called? Yeah, you have threat range 1 when it isn't explicitly there. So, but a lot of weapons don't really have a threat range. Okay, then this group here, this left group, shoots at you with
Do they have 15 plus range?
yes, they carry a mix of weapons. Like I said, the old pattern laser rifles and the new beam cannons, and you see only the guy with the beam cannon firing at you. And
Okay. Let's have a really 18 range. That's really good.
yeah, and it's 4 armor-piercing energy damage.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take that for now. So
And,
I am down to 6.
and then they move around this missile. Oh, that's the basic move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5. 1, 1. Oh, I guess they could even fire the normal weapons at you. That's 10 axes. Right. No. Oh no, right. I didn't do the barrage thingy, so they can't. Then it's your turn.
Okay, Cobra, you're up.
All right. Now I can. The speed in ComCom says 4, and the speed on my sheet says 5. Which one should I go with?
What's your max speed? What's your max default speed?
I think it's 3.
How many agility do you have?
Let me check. 2.
So you have a speed of 4.
All right. So move the 4 hexes there, and can I barrage with both my weapons after moving?
Yeah. If they don't have an ordnance tech, then yes, you can.
All right, then going to barrage with a heavy machine gun and assault rifle. Heavy machine gun first. I'm going to save my leadership die for taking damage and apply my difficulty to the inaccurate heavy machine gun.
They also got a soft cover because they are basically acting like an infantry squad.
So that would be 2 difficulty.
Yeah. And I forgot to tell that to 0 when he attacked, but yeah, my bad. So,
Okay.
yeah, 2 difficulty.
And the second weapon, since it's not inaccurate, I will lower my difficulty
Oh, hmm, okay. I okay. It didn't apply the difficulty dice, but that's okay. I guess you would hit anyway, but
All
you
right,
probably wouldn't crit. Okay.
and that sucked.
Alright.
But I have reliable, so does that still do damage?
Yes. Good that you remind me. It still does damage. So, anything else?
Can I do a quick action?
Oh, if you
A barrage is a
barrage
no.
is full action. If you want to do
Okay.
anything else, you would have to overheat.
Last time I think it was the overheating that fucked me, so I'm not gonna do it. Actually, no. Yeah, let's do it. Overcharge 1. Do I get 1 heat
Yeah,
and deploying my soft cover in front of me. Want me to just draw a line?
yeah, just draw a line. Can you tell me which system gives you this cover?
Jericho deployable cover.
Oh yeah, okay. Can you draw the line yourself?
Yes, I put a red line. You can see it below my hit point bar.
Huh?
Can you see the line I drew?
No, I can't see it.
Oh, took a minute to come up. There it is now.
Oh yes, great. Then
All
then
right, and that's my turn done. Let me add. Did which bar is he? Is that the red one?
uh, you had.
Yes, yes, it is.
What do you mean, which bar? Oh, in your character, yes. I don't see the heat under your token, but doesn't matter.
I had to add
Oh.
it.
Uh, 0. You get attacked by a lot of small attacks.
Okay. Did they have to move through this missile to get there?
No, they painstakingly moved around. That's why they used 10 movement to get basically what amounts to 6 or so.
Nice. Okay.
And
So hit me. See what happens.
yeah, and that's why you're the only one in range for the small weapons. 1, 2,
You
3.
stop rolling so good.
Yeah, it's 3 damage each. 3 energy damage. No armor piercing or anything.
Okay. Even if I braced one of those, I don't think it would really affect the others very much. So I'm going to end up at 0 and then take 3 more damage after a system check. Which is just a d6, right?
Yeah.
That's a 1. What's it mean? What's your damage? 1, direct hit. I've taken no structure yet, so my mech is stunned until the end of my next turn. That seems to be correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I am now stunned. And take... yeah, I'm at 7 HP after all that. I'm
And
gonna give myself a yellow icon.
they fire their heavy rifle at a cobra, and they can draw a line which doesn't cross the cover. Don't know if you can see that, but
I can.
yeah. Yeah. They still manage to hit a cover anyway. Okay. Player's turn.
Alright, that
Moving
leaves
is
Twirling
plus-
then, and Osiris. Hey Osiris, take a d6 leadership die. Because it's the start of your turn.
Got it.
I can see what you're already planning to do, and I approve.
Alright, made a false idol right there. I'm going to create a lock on these guys, and then I will just instantly use it for my autopod.
Which guys? The one on the left?
The ones I
or-
just pinged.
Yeah.
I didn't see the ping. So,
The hurt ones.
okay. Okay, thank you. Then... okay, yeah. So lock on versus cover, and then you manage to destroy the first group. Your autopod blows them into smithereens.
That's my turn.
Oh, right, I suppose that was 2 quick actions. I saw you already, like, spawned one of these, and I was like, oh, you're gonna do that, aren't you?
And so I did.
And a lot of firing at Cobra. That's not so nice one. Does 11 hits? Does a 9 hit?
Let me see my evasion according to to the cheat is 10.
Okay, then you take 3 damage, and you can deduct armor from that.
All right, so that's 0 damage.
You have 3 armor in the meantime.
I have 4 armor. I put most of my points at the hull.
Yeah, but
Hull is not armor.
doesn't. Right.
Oh, armor is 2. Okay, so I take 1.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry.
okay. Then this group. Yeah, I guess 0 doesn't hit.
No.
I was kidding, of course. And reverse short range again. Okay. Da-da-da. I guess these guys can really shoot at you without cover. So that's 4 armor piercing damage.
All right.
maybe you want to roll your leadership die on that one since it's armor piercing.
Yes. What would that?
1d6 and reduce it. We'll
So I take
case
3.
this for posterity.
So yeah, there's 3 damage.
All right.
And the last group. Oh, I didn't take a line, but a 1 doesn't hit anyway, so difficulty doesn't matter. Okay. Osiris acted last. Who does Osiris want to nominate?
Tristan.
Okay. I am stunned. Because I'm stunned, I can take no mech actions. I can still go ahead and toss a leadership over to Cobra. Cobra, keep doing your best. You're doing exactly what you need to do. And because I have not moved or attacked or done any other action, I immediately become invisible at the end of my turn. That is a whole turn right there. Congratulations, Stun.
I do this turn order thingy, so remember. It's a 50% chance for every die, right?
That's correct.
Invisibility.
50%, and then they get to roll. Yeah.
So, okay, then let me roll it 3 times. So they can attack 2 times.
First is a miss. Evasion is 12. Second is also a miss. Very nice.
Yeah, heavy weapon, they... Oh, what's your evasion?
12.
Okay. Yeah, I should have added 2 instead of 1, but doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Heavy weapon at Cobra, that's 4 more armor piercing damage.
Oh,
All right. I'm
just
gonna use
mention
my
these
leadership
rockets
die.
are gone.
Hmm?
So you said 4, so that's no damage.
Correct.
Okay.
And I guess that was the plan of Zero all along.
Yeah. He planned on me rolling that good.
Zero, nominate
Yay.
someone.
Wait, what was that?
You nominate the next player, remember?
Oh, right. I'm nominating Cobra.
All right. So that's 9 hexes to this group of subalterns, as well as this one.
Yes, also 9 hexes.
All right. So I can only fire 1 weapon at them, but it's not unreliable or inaccurate. I mean, so I should. Do I need to give any difficulty to this roll?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this,
they're troops, they're in soft cover, so.
Okay.
you remember that you can build your regular moves. You can move for some of the movement and attack, then move again.
Okay. So, whoops. Let me switch this out. So moving just far enough to get within range of the other weapon.
Yes.
And this one will have difficulty 2.
For the first roll,
And the first one, the assault rifle, is reliable.
yeah, it
And
didn't add a difficulty, is correct, but doesn't matter. You would will hit anyway.
all right, and then just moving back into cover behind the shield here.
And guys. Oh no. And these guys move over here so they can split fire again. Let me see how often they may attack Tristan.
Oh, could I activate my core system? Or is that
During
an action?
It's a protocol. It depends on if it says that there's actions involved.
you have to read your core action. I don't know they all by head. No, it's a protocol. You can activate it for free, basically. Only costs you the core power.
Alright, so now my weapons have a threat of 6 because you said all weapons have a threat of 1
Yeah.
if there's none listed.
No, you have a threat of 5. It doesn't add.
Okay.
Yeah, it increases to 5.
Oh, I see. I've read that wrong then. Thank you for keeping me honest.
But yeah, okay. Next time, please do this before I move.
Yes,
So
I'm sorry.
shoot at them.
Which one? I'll use the assault.
They'll move one more. Oh. Okay. Da-da-da. And you hit them for minimum damage. And yeah, Tristan is pretty invisible, and all the attacks miss. All of them. And the heavy guy shoots at Cobra again, and I guess a 9 hits, right?
Evasion says 10.
No, your evasion says 8 in
Oh,
the
8.
sheet. I mean, it's a CompCon sometimes stuff's muffed wrong, so
Now I'm looking at my actual sheet in Roll20, and the block to the right of evasion said 10.
okay. What? I'm confused because I'm looking at your sheet and it says 8 for me.
Okay, that's weird, but I'll give it to you. How much damage?
4 armor piercing again.
And I don't think I have a leadership dice.
Oh, okay. Now. Right. Sorry. Yeah, you have 10, not 8. My bad. You have 8 base and 10 in sum. So yeah, okay. You're not hit.
Oh, I was
I
looking at the one below, not the
Yeah.
one under overcharge, but the one below the structural damage reactor stress block.
Yeah, and yeah, okay.
Kind of
No,
makes
you have.
good.
Oh, I guess what happened wrong. You have the Tortuga has an evasion of 8 and of 6, sorry, and you added the agility on top, but on top you just write in the base evasion, and in the bottom it adds then your agility. So you really have 8, so it hits.
Okay, so you said 4 damage, and I don't think I have a leadership dice. So
Yeah. And the E defense actually is higher than what you had in there, but
sorry, my sheet's all messed up.
yeah. Okay. I moved this group. We did a math. You may nominate Osiris, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I'm Osiris. Eidolon, make a wall from here. I'm gonna make that bigger. Right there. I'm gonna lock on to this group. Then use it. Autopod. I'm gonna add the D6 from the leadership.
And
So 16. Yeah.
yeah. So you even should shoot at the falling off parts to make really sure they are destroyed.
That's my turn.
Coolio.
And these guys on the left, they try to shoot at Tristan. Let's see if they may. Oh no, the complete left guys. And they may, but you have cover in between thanks to Cobra. Oh, one of them may, not every.
Hmm. Not to mention all the corn.
Huh?
I'm just mentioning all the corn, that's all.
Okay. And the other heavy rifle shoots at Cobra and misses.
Very nice.
Oh. So this group at the bottom shoots at you and tries anyway. Yeah, I somehow fuck up the invisibility checks. So 8 doesn't hit, and they also shoot at Cobra with the heavy rifle. -4. Okay. Damn, you're sneaky. Evasively. And just let me check line of sight. I think they don't even have a line of sight on Tristan, but they have a line of sight on Cobra. And I guess they can even get a clear shot. And they managed to hit the wall anyway. Damn, that was a successful turn. Osiris, nominate next player.
Tristan.
You say Tristan there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, there's quite a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna go ahead and toss a leadership die in the direction of Cobra real quick. So Cobra, go ahead and enjoy that while you keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
Follow up. What am I gonna do? There's still enemies on the field. I'm doing pretty well being invisible here behind cover. This is actually really nice, so I probably shouldn't move. I'm gonna help Cobra out. I'm gonna go ahead and lock on to this group as one quick action. I mean, help Osiris out. So lock onto this group, and then I will attack this one and this one. I have nothing to increase my accuracy, so I believe I just have one difficulty because they are groups that count as soft cover, correct?
Correct.
And I have arcing, so it doesn't matter if I'm firing over anything. Let's do it. So attack 1 and attack 2. Oof, those are some terrible rolls. Well, that's unfortunate, and at the end of my turn, I become invisible again.
Then
I will also go ahead and activate my system. I feel this is probably a reasonable good time to do it as they come around our cover.
and the group coming around the cover, they can now ignore the cover, but they check how often they can shoot at you. Oh yes. Shoot is 3 damage. And
Alright,
Okay.
that's rude. 3 damage I can take. I don't see a point in having that to like 2 or so -3. Boop. Okay.
and the shot at Cobra, 4 armor piercing damage.
All right, I'm going to use that leadership.
Okay.
And
Okay, damage taken.
Yeah, we haven't been doing too well on those.
I did pretty good on 1 out of 3, so I'm not discounting it yet.
I suppose it's worth noting this group is also shredded, but
oh yeah, it's worth noting. Really worth noting. You have to tell me stuff like that. Yeah, Tristan or Zero, nominate someone.
hey Cobra.
All right,
I'd say focus on the ones closest to you.
okay then. Well then, let's do a bit of barrage against these guys. The second attack was reliable, so they take 2 damage, even though I completely sucked.
Yeah. But they can half it to 1 damage. But yeah, they take that 1 damage. Okay, Cobra, anything else?
No, let's have Twirling go next
Yeah.
when it's their turn.
In between, these shredded guys here move around and take their shots.
Alright, 1 can get through. Let's see if it hits.
No, it doesn't. Oh, it's a
Oh.
+2, but it doesn't. And the shot at Cobra also misses.
Very nice.
Okay.
Well, Cyrus is up.
Can I invade these things? I forget.
Yeah, because
Okay.
yeah.
Because I'm gonna dimensional emblems them. Scrolling up. Does a 29 get them?
barely. Okay, what happened?
You read that while I do the thing.
I
He
mean,
gets to place tokens that if they
no,
step
I
into
mean,
it, have stuff happen.
in sum, how much heat they take? I mean,
2.
they only 2. Okay, no additional heat. Okay.
Alright, so I placed those 3-dimensional barriers. Oh yeah, then I lock on to the shredded guys here.
They are already locked on.
Well, yeah, but I've got to use a lock on. A lock on has to be used.
Yeah, you can use it.
Alright, well then I'll use the lock on, and then I'll relock onto them.
Oder, I mean,
I'm assuming a 7 doesn't hit them though.
oh. Okay. No, 7 doesn't hit. But, I mean, okay, yeah. Next time you can't consume this lock-on with the autopod. Somebody else has to consume it.
You
Now
mean?
that I read it again.
No, it says once per round the lock-on is consumed in range by you or anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
I think the implication is that someone does an attack action and that one doesn't have an attack action. Is what
right.
he's saying.
It says once per round when lock-on is consumed. It doesn't say why the lock-on is consumed. It just says the lock-on is consumed. I'm consuming
Yep.
the lock-on.
Yeah, but you have to do something to be allowed
I
to
don't
consume a lock-on.
think it's true.
I think it is. This is. I mean, you could attack with another weapon. Any of your buddies
I
could
have
attack.
no other weapons, and I don't think you have to consume a lock-on for anything. I'm looking it up.
So. Okay. But that basically was the turn, right?
Yes.
Yep. And I am taking a reaction off of it when he tries to attack. Then I'm going to hit the same target.
Okay.
They are still at 1 difficulty because they're a group. Or actually, you applied lock on back onto it, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and consume that. Alright, that should hit. It'll do half that damage, so from 3 to either 2 or 1, depending which way you round.
No, they're shredded, right?
Yes.
So it's not half damage.
It's half damage because of the ability. That
Oh.
allows the reaction to take place.
That's very nice. But I usually round damage up because I
Okay.
guess they somewhere in the rulebook it says round up, round everything up.
Okay. They just get popped with a missile, that's all.
Oh no, I think these guys just don't move because that would be very stupid, and they just fire at the Cobra. Oh yeah, super great shot. And then these guys, we measure things.
I am no longer invisible, by the way, because I shot a weapon.
Okay, Cobra, take your shot.
All right. Reliable. That's why I picked it.
And yeah, but you could you? Oh yeah, yeah. The difficulty is on there, so I apply the damage, and then it's shoot Tristan time, and that's 3 damage, and then shoot Cobra time, that's 4 damage.
On that last hit down there, I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if my thing goes off. It does. So let's just take a look at that again real quick. So I rolled 4 plus. That was just a simulation. My ally now has resistance against that attack, and he can choose to teleport 3 anywhere he wants.
Okay. Cobra, so you only take 2 armor piercing damage. And you can teleport if you want.
Not many places to go, but I guess the other side of your cover is technically better than this side now.
You said 3 spaces?
Yes.
There.
He was actually in front of the cover the entire time.
Okay. Then, Theta, you acted last. You can nominate first player.
Tristan.
Okay. So things are looking great. You seem to have this side handled. I'll go ahead and deal with this side. Let's see. What is the set of actions I need to do? I think I need to lock on, drop missiles, and then invade. Which means that this turn I'm going to be using a overcharge. So that's going to be 1 heat. I'm going to go ahead and just add that right now. This group over here is now locked on. They are also shredded in the process. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to place 3 missiles to land in front of them, but it's not going to matter because I'm going to invade them and then force them to move into that.
Okay.
Alright, so this is going to be a tech attack. I am consuming the lock-on to do this, so I will have 1 accuracy. Where is the tech attack button?
Okay.
There it is. That is a 14. So they will take 2 heat, and then due to hacker, they will move at least 1 space, up to 3, into the missiles that I dropped. Each of them does 3 kinetic damage each. So
Yeah.
a total of 9.
Yeah, but you have to have 1 space between the missiles, right?
Yes,
So I
but
guess.
there should be plenty of that.
Yeah, but I guess.
Let me simulate that if I can.
Okay. So.
So we'll just do this to clarify it. Pushing them. I
Yeah,
can go
but the
ahead and set
missiles
them
are
up
too close.
to
Okay.
3. I could do like this, and I think that would move them
Okay. Then.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then they
Okay.
should hit all 3 of them. Does that make sense?
Okay. Now that I've seen it, yes, it makes sense.
Okay. So I'll go
And
ahead and remove them.
describe your most complicated action ever to kill them in as glorious words as you want.
I have, through using the Athena system, analyzed this entire battlefield. All the conditions are cleared. The missiles I fired earlier are already up in the air, and now they have finally crossed them as I invade their systems and force the subalterns to backpedal straight into the line of fire, where there is a nice big explosion.
It's interesting way of killing stuff.
It is, I did not realize I could do that until a moment ago. It is, very rude, I have to say. That is mine.
Yeah, then
For information's sake, I'm also going to give another leadership dice over to Cobra.
Thank you.
I am
Then-
down to 1. And I go invisible. This mech has so many moving parts. Have I mentioned that yet?
does oh, the system doesn't count as attack. Oh right, yeah, great. Don't stop complaining about me rolling good. I missed so many invisible hits,
Invisibility has literally saved my life this session.
and then he doesn't manage to do. And he doesn't even hit Cobra. Okay, yay. this group is like, what the fuck happens here? And they slowly start moving away. But your turn.
Hey, let's have Osiris go next.
I think Cobra should go next.
Okay, Cobra, you go next.
All right. In that case, spending a full round action to pick up the Jericho deployable, and then a quick action with overcharge. So I need to roll D3 to put
Just
them back.
kill him.
Well, in that case, I'll put the armor back and kill him.
Ah,
All right, that's where it was. I didn't draw it in green the first time because the background is green. All right, then. These punks here.
okay, so that's your whole turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I do 2 damage, which is better than none.
So and you attack the left ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And this left group attacks you. And they hit for 4 damage.
All right. Leadership die.
Aha. I will go ahead and roll for you first. You have resistance to that, and you can teleport if you want.
All right, back behind my shield to at least these guys.
So you want to roll the leadership die on top, or you just say taking 2 damage is fine?
I'll take the 2 damage because I've still got 14 HP. That's quite.
Okay.
I'll save the leadership if I take like some armor piercing, like 4 damage or something.
Yeah, this is just armor piercing 2 damage. Okay, and then it's Osiris' turn. I mean,
Yeah. Also, I think apparently you're right about the lock-on situation.
okay. Then,
You were about to say something else.
yeah, I just looked at the map and I thought about wrapping this combat up without letting you dicing it up, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's
So-
fine. I'm good with that.
I mean, basically in this situation, after an initial heavy barrage on you, you manage to control the situation, and right now you will be able to shoot the remaining subalterns with minimal damage to yourself. So, but you still should hurry to get into the building, do your job, and then get out.
Yep. I'm flying the Tristan over. I'm ceding control over to Athena while I'm basically dismounting so it can keep flying me up there. Hopping out, and I'm going inside.
What do you want to do?
Well, I need to find that server so that I can deal
Yeah,
with the
I mean,
NHP.
That's easy enough, but do you want to cycle? Do you want to destroy it?
I'm going to go ahead and cycle it for now. because I do not have any other hacking skills in which I can, say, get information before I cycle. So I'm going to cycle it immediately.
Okay, you started cycling, and then you could wait some hours till it's finished, or you could just get out and say, yeah, it will be cycled.
I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to have Athena continue to guard the farmhouse and keep a watch. And the rest of the group can go ahead and either stay on watch or take their repairs.
Uh,
While I'm here, is there any other way I can interact with the system while it's doing the maintenance? Can I maybe see, like, where it's been intruded from, if it has any information on that?
I mean, it hasn't been intruded. Basically, what sorry if I haven't been clear on that, but if you don't cycle an NHP for too long, it goes into cascade, and the last cycle just was too long away or too long
Okay.
ago.
So it basically just did it itself, that's all. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like cascading NHPs, including most NHPs.
Hmm. But this one has been terrorizing the countryside. I think it's about time to do so.
It's sorry. Okay, then I wasn't. I mean, yeah, you got a mission to prevent this patient's copy from getting cascading. So
Right. And these
because
guys were already very well armed, so this is very interesting.
yeah, you stay a little bit more till you're sure that the cycling will go through, and then you return to Evergreen. You see a lot of more of armed subalterns on the in the distance, and so you get a feeling there will be a lot of more fighting against subalterns in the future.
Right.
And like you predicted, when you return to Evergreen, the tent city in front of Evergreen grew considerably. What was there right now? Maybe an additional 100, 200 people than when you left. Oh no, like, yeah. Let's go with 200.
That's a lot of unwashed masses.
Yeah, the situation is a little problematic. I assume by cycling this NHP, we haven't solved the overall subaltern problem, since King Watcher is still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't have anywhere to really go for the time being. We just have to kind of deal with this side of the river, honestly. Okay. So what do we do now?
I guess now is a good time to cliffhanger. That's the word, etc.
Oh,
and
yes.
continue next session.
Woo!
Because whatever we begin will be getting very close to midnight.
All right.
I think this went pretty well today.
Yes, thank you for running.
What I was saying before that I said I was going to say at the end is that every time I do a downtime, it always comes back as it's going to take more time. And what I'm trying to get at there is that's not interesting. That's not fun. Having to make a choice is fun. Having to say, no, you just gotta sit and wait is not fun. If you had to say, okay, you can either do this or this, like, you can either risk yourself or have to do something else. Those would be interesting choices. Something something that lets me play the game, right? Whereas
Well,
saying it's always you have to wait, it takes longer, is just a holding measure that just makes me feel like I'm not getting anything done. It's not fun.
right. In terms of devil's advocate, you are doing the most complicated things and the most
No,
out
no,
of the box things.
I understand that, and I understand that saying it's going to take you more time is also a great way to say I need time to think about this. I understand where you're coming from a GM perspective, but I'm just saying from a player side, that's not fun for me. I feel real put out by it every time. Not because I feel like, oh, I should be able to do this immediately, but because it's not, from a gameplay perspective, I don't find that fun. I feel like, okay, well, my character, I don't know if you heard me, I felt like I was real excited trying to figure out, oh, Skynet or communications terminal, this, that, no, I can think of all these great ways to do it. And then you said, I gotta wait, and it's like, that's all the fun I was having, just right out the window.
Okay, yeah. Okay, okay. I
Um,
I
Another
guess
thing off the top of my head. Did we forget about
Dre?
NHP rules? I keep remembering that there's supposed to be some rule when you take like I think structure or system damage
Yeah, there's a
uh,
chance
in
that
rule form, but
they go
yeah,
wild.
yeah. When you took the stress check, you should have taken an untrackland check on top of that, right?
I
I
keep
mean,
forgetting that it exists, unfortunately.
yeah. In, as an in between before we continue with the hacking situation, uh, it's please try to keep on top of your rules. Lancers is like, yeah, it's rules heavy. It starts with few rules, but the more options you get, the more rules there are to track of. And honestly, I sometimes forget. I mean, like, so I even forget my own NPCs rules because there are just so many rules to keep track of, and it makes it
Oh
easier for
yeah.
me if you keep on top of your own rules.
I have like a 10-step turn, so I understand entirely.
Yeah, Arcloid has the easiest character with the least complex mechanics, so at least one character makes it easy for me. But yeah, it the system encourages a lot of complicated choice. I mean, it's part of the fun, but also prone to messing or forgetting things.
Pushing people into missiles, though, definitely has to top like the most fun thing I've done so far. It's like, wait a second, I could just be very rude here. Doesn't work so well on like smaller units, like if they took a single space. That'd be harder to pull off, but it works perfectly here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it does, and I didn't think of it. Uh, Taylor, I'm getting where you come from. Basic for me, it's with hacking. I am an a software developer, IT guy. So I'm not a hacker, but of course I have to learn some stuff about hacking or doing stuff like copying data and uh, yeah, calculations, architecture, and so on. And a lot of things take way more time in real life than most people realize. So,
Right. No, no, like I said, I understand where you're coming from. And this is like a downtime thing, which means it's like a week long that I've got
yeah.
to do it in. I'm just saying from a gamer standpoint, having if you were going to log into Fallout, right, and you wanted to do this giant epic quest, but to do it you had to sit there for a day and do nothing. Would you rather just go out into the wilds and start shooting stuff? Or would you want to wait a day so you could actually do this epic, cool, fun thing? That's the thing I'm saying here is that I don't have the cool things, the things I get excited to do. Every time it comes up as you have to wait, and it's like It's not fun though.
Okay, maybe then. Okay, but
I know the counter
it
to that
took
is
you.
don't get excited to do things.
I mean, maybe then there's a miscommunication happened. You had during the 4 days, or 5 days, your group stayed in high form. You had to spend a lot of time on that, so you couldn't do anything else. But by the end of that, you had, or you have, Unival in their systems. So it took you longer, but in the downtime, you still managed to get it in the system.
No, I'm saying I wanted to do one thing, and now I have to stay there to keep doing this thing instead of moving on to the next exciting
No.
thing that I want to do. You said no, because you said I have to do it for my next downtime, which means that instead of doing my thing right now, I'm now consumed by I have to keep doing it, which means
I mean,
that I don't have an option for next downtime if I want to do something fun. I have to keep doing this thing because what was fun then is now no longer going to be fun. It's an obligation.
okay, but that was the second option where I said, okay, I have to look up what's it called. So yeah, it goes downhill or something. Just
Well,
let
no,
me
I
get.
keep taking the option that says you always get what you want, and somehow I still feel shafted every time.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's because it's never any of the other options. It's never you might fail at this other thing, or you have to pay this price. It's always it takes more time, and you can ask. Rafferty will tell you I hate waiting. Waiting is the worst. I
okay,
will shoot myself in the foot before I wait.
okay, but the option you're griping about is not taking longer, but what you put together is going to fall apart damn soon. That's the second option I took because I can take two options, right? And the falling apart part is what I said. They will remove it. And then you said, "Oh, I can stop the removing." Then I said, "Yeah, you can stop the removing, but not in this downtime action. You can stop it in the next downtime action. So you achieved it, but you will lose it again. And it's your choice if you accept the losing or invest another downtime action, but you achieved your mission or your objective. Right?"
Whatever, man.
No. I want to talk this through to
No, I
get an
understand what you're
understanding.
saying, but to me that's just bullshit. It doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, I want to infect their computers. Yeah, they'll remove it immediately. Okay, so you're saying not to do it then? I mean,
No,
that's literally your option is either spend all your time, like 2 weeks to a month, doing this one thing while everybody else does cool, fun shit, or don't do it at all. It's like
I mean, like,
I didn't choose the do it, get what you want option because I would not want to do it. I don't mean to sound like an asshole. I know I come off as an asshole like 99%. Thank you for agreeing with me, Griff. 99% of the time. Oh, this is the part of the game where we say what we feel, and I'm saying what I feel. If that turns out to not be true, or it makes me stand out as the bad guy, then so be it. I'm just saying that I didn't have fun with this part because of that.
yeah.
My view on what you could do, or what's happening here, is that, at least situation-wise, they're still going to do their job to look for this because they're paranoid about it. They're not going to stop unless, like, you assassinate their IT guy.
I'm not saying that they would stop doing it. I'm saying that I'm actively there as the hacker on site, getting around them. I put all of my points into hacking. I have hacking shit built into my body. I'm literally 100% the hacking guy. I don't know how much more hacking guy I can be. So it's either I can do this thing or I can't do this thing. And I'm literally staying in their building doing it to the point that my NHP controlled mech had to take over a fight because I sacrificed playtime to do this. That's what I'm saying, is that I'm 100% in, and the response I get back is, you have to wait.
Yeah, I from my perspective, you didn't have to stay there. You could have moved, and the next downtime action, you could have taken some action to prevent the deletion. And in the
There's no
meantime,
communication, though, is the problem. Is that I decided to go with this thing over building a communications network because I thought this was going to be the easier thing, because I'd already started doing it before the downtime started.
yeah, but I mean, except if you really opted to never go back to high foam, I would have given you the chance to use the downtime action.
Right, but that wouldn't make any sense to me at that point. If they have no communications outside of their base, then how am I going to do the downtime action that requires that I be in their base?
I didn't say that it would be the next downtime action, but a downtime action. Maybe in 3 sessions or so, when you're back down there. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm also getting what you're trying to say.
No, like I said, I understand where you're coming from, but it doesn't abate the gripes that I feel in my heart.
Yeah, but okay, then my problem is I understand you, but I don't see a solution. I mean,
what I was trying to propose as a solution is offer me options. And you said it'll go away or you can keep doing it. I never heard that. I just heard you got to keep doing it.
Okay, then that was me being.
And I mean, even then, again, power at a cost is you get what you want, but this complication. Your complication you described there is it won't work because they'll just destroy it immediately. It's like, that's not a complication. That's literally, I don't get what I want.
You get it for a limited time.
I don't know, man. I just don't have any luck with this downtime system.
Okay, I mean, the problem with the downtime actions and the choices, I get your choice feeling, but a lot of the downtime actions don't involve choice in the action.
Well,
so and
have you played Dungeon World type games before, right?
What?
Dungeon World, Apocalypse World. Yeah. You know how like when you roll like a 7 through 9 on a Dungeon World game, it's you get what you want, but there's this complicated thing you might have to choose from. That's the kind of thing I expect from Power at a Cost. That there's going to be options here. I can do it, or this could happen, or that could happen. It just seems like waiting is like the worst thing you could throw at me because it's just so hard.
Yeah, but I remember when that happened that I asked you, do you have more questions for clarifications? And then you basically stayed silent. Where I had a feeling back then we're talking past each other, and I have to admit, expressing myself in English is still.
No, I shut up because I was just the wind was taken out of my sails, and I just didn't want to be this guy that I am right now in the middle of the session.
Yeah, and I got a feeling that you are not, or the impression that you're not feeling well, and I wanted to try to do something right then and there, like clarify what I'm saying, because we talk past each other in some points, so that can happen. Please take the time to clarify.
Right, no, I know how much of a downer this whole conversation is, and I didn't want to ruin a game by having it in the middle of a session and then have that lingering over the rest of the game. That's why I wanted to keep it to the downtime.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it to the post-game talk.
Yeah. That this inspections part is right that you keep it to the post game, but the part where you understood you have to wait, and I didn't intend to say that, but you still understood it. I feel we could have clarified that part in the session. Not the whole part, but the small part.
Well, if you want, I've got additional bad news.
Okay.
Raph is out of the game.
Okay.
Okay, at least he's made an official declaration.
Yeah,
That's nice.
he would join the Mutants and Masterminds chat channel a little while ago, and I was like, hey, you're either in the wrong channel or you're in the right channel just super early. And then during that conversation, I asked him if he was still in this group, and he said that he didn't want to bring us all down. He's not the game for him, so he is officially out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
Well, I mean, rather than having it, unknown and asking if he's going to show up every week, now it's a known.
I mean, I understand. It's fine. Okay, I'll give your hacky thingy some thought. How to handle it differently next time. Yeah.
Okie doke. So for now, I'm gonna go take a break. Thanks for running.
Yeah, thanks for running.
Catch you next time.